everyone, welcome back. Oh my goodness, what a game, what a win. Well, mainly the first 24 minutes, the first half was so amazing. As you can see, I can't wipe the smile off my face. I'm so buzzing. Look, I thought it was going to be a little bit more of a frustrating game. They'll sit back a bit more, but we got the early goal and that really helped everything. I predicted a 2-0 originally, but we ended up scoring twice as much. And you would have seen on the screen by now people who got the score either totally right or partially right or segments of it right. So well done to you guys. And I'm getting carried away, so let's get into the Huddersfield review. What a great way to finish off our third away game in a week. And what's more important, and this little stat just symbolises how much we've improved in the past couple of seasons under Poch. We're breaking record after record, club records that is. This was our 6th consecutive Premier League away win. That is absolutely insane. Our away record is amazing right now. My mind's actually blown. It's just amazing. What a brilliant scoreline. So, let's start off with the lineup. I was pretty much right, apart from one player. Winks came in for Sissoko, and I'm not mad about that at all. I think it was a great decision because Winks played really well against Apwell. I love the forward runs he makes. He holds the ball really well. He lays it off really well. Nice, fast player. He doesn't hang around and wait for things to happen. He makes it happen. So I was really happy to see him, and I think he played well today. As usual, the most important thing for us is to start with a high tempo, especially away. You want to rattle the home team a little bit. Obviously, the home crowd will always back their team, and the Huddersfield crowd were really loud, even until the end. So kudos to them. Obviously, our away support was brilliant as usual. And we started well and we got an early goal, which was so crucial because it meant that whatever tactics Huddersfield had, they had to abandon it to some extent in order for them to get back into the game. Harry Kane is such a good goal scorer. You give him any chance and he'll make the most of it. And that's exactly what happened for the first ball. Trippier cleared it with a header and then Huddersfield made an error and then landed right by Harry Kane's feet. He controlled it really well and then he ran into the box in the area and then he slotted it past with a right-footed shot past the keeper at his near post, making it 1-0 Spurs. A brilliant start to the day. And then the build-up to our second goal was a display of a beautiful one-touch passing football involving the likes of Toby, Dyer, Trippier, Ericsson, Dele and Kane. The ball eventually found Ericsson, who took a shot that rebounded right in front of Davies, who also had chances in other games, and I was so happy that the ball landed to him and he finished it into the back of the net in the bottom corner, making it 2-0. Now, I can't emphasise how happy I was when that went in the back of the net because, as I said, he had chances in other games this season. He's been so good since Rose has been out. He started a bit dodgy, but he definitely grew into that role. And he's become so good in that left wing back, left back, whatever position he has to play on that left-hand side. He's been doing so well, and I'm so glad he finally got a goal as well to celebrate that. Thereafter, Harry had a chance which he volleyed over from outside the box, but what followed after that was just even more amazing. It was a throw-in from Trippier who found Harry Kane. He was outside at the edge of the box, but he had his back towards the goal. Now, what he did was that he feinted to his left foot. This meant that he just took 2 defenders out automatically as he turned to his right. He slid past another defender as he took a curling left-footed strike past the keeper into the back of the net. It was an absolutely world-class strike. I think it was amazing. It was beautiful. What a way for us to go 3-0 up. And this was before 24 minutes. Within the first half an hour, we were already 3-0 up and in cruise control. Huddersfield, I don't think they knew what hit them. Literally, a hurricane. More lovely one-touch football ended with Dele striking the post. I honestly thought that was in the back of the net, and I kind of wished it was, not just for the sake of the scoreline, because at this point I don't think it really mattered, more for the player, because Dele has had an interesting start to this season and I really wish that would have went in just so he could get his head back in the game, but unfortunately he hit the post. After that, Harry had his hat-trick ruled out for when he was marginally offside. And then towards the end of the half was probably the only Huddersfield chance I really remember. It was a shot from distance, but it hit the crossbar. And then, as I said, the game was effectively over at half time. I thought that Huddersfield played a little bit into our hands. Their high pressing meant that Harry had loads of space, and for such an informed striker you'd think that they would mark him better, but they didn't, and as I said, that worked out really well for us. However, our one-touch passing was absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen the build-up to our second goal, you have to see that. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. One of the best things I've seen this season from us so far, that's for sure. I just want to quickly point out how amazing Eric Dyer was in this half and in the second half as well. The way he broke up their moves and just was a vital part in making some blocks here and there. It was beautiful, especially now that we have Dembele and Wanyama out as well. Wanyama will be back apparently after the international break, but I'm just so happy that Dyer played really, really well, and he seemed to go really well with Winks. As I said previously, that he made some lovely forward moves, so it was beautiful to see that midfield partnership work as well. We made no changes at half time, and it seemed like when both teams came out we both settled for a 3-0 result. We didn't need to put in much effort after the previous two games, and Huddersfield obviously wanted to make sure they didn't get a more humiliating result, so we ended up just going into game management mode as we took our foot off the gas. Harry Kane nearly got his hat-trick and the fourth goal following a near-post flick on from Dyer after a corner, but unfortunately he couldn't find the back of the net. And then Davies, who's still going through a rather strange period, got booked for diving. Whilst the Huddersfield keeper kept doing his best to gift us the fourth goal, Poch thought that it was time to make some changes. Sissoko came on for Eriksson and Kyle Walker-Peters came on for Trippier, who suffered a bit of a knock and had a little bit of a concussion doubt, so I think it was a nice idea just to get him off and get him rested. Sissoko almost got his first goal for Spurs following a quick break. He was fed by Davies. As he cut inside, he saw a shot saved by the keeper. And then a nice moment for Harry Kane, replaced by Son, to a standing ovation from the whole stadium. I think that was a really, really nice touch. And then in extra time, Sissoko finally scored his first goal for Spurs. It was an interesting goal to say the least, but it was a goal nonetheless, and I'll just show you what my initial reaction was, what I recorded on Snapchat.
Sissoko scored! Sissoko scored! I mean, it's an interesting goal. I'm literally just watching the replay, but it somehow got in the back of the net. But hey, I'm not complaining. He finally scored. 4-0. 4-0!
What a week this has been right before the international break. 3 away games, 3 victories, 10 goals. Absolutely amazing. Now this game we had 14 attempts on goal and 7 of those were on target. And then obviously we scored 4, so that's a pretty good conversion rate. I think we could have easily got more if we would have just kept the same tempo we had in the first half in the second half, but I'm not complaining. I think it was totally understandable the way we played this game. Just to talk about a few of our players, Hugo was solid and he made a few decent saves when needed. Jan had another polished performance. He looked really, really strong in the defence, which was never really tested. Davies, on the other hand, oh my goodness. Now, if Harry wouldn't have scored 2 goals, he would have been my man of the match because he was doing so well on the left. He got a goal himself and all round he's just been playing really, really well. So I'm so impressed by him right now, and honestly I'm going to be really interested to see what happens when Rose comes back, because right now I don't think he would just automatically get into that team, but it will be nice to see them rotate a little bit. And then in our midfield, I obviously talked about Dyer, how well he played, and I also mentioned Winks. He had another solid 90 minutes, it was really nice to see that, and Eriksson just pulled the strings, and after that illness midweek he didn't play the full 90 minutes. I think that was a sensible decision. And then obviously last but 100% not least are one of our own, Harry Kane, the one-season wonder, and he's got some amazing stats and I want to share this with you, but I've not really been able to memorise them so quickly, so I will read them out so I get them correct. 11 goals in September for Spurs, plus 2 for England, 21 goals in 10 games away from home for club and country. That, it just blows my mind. It's absolutely amazing. And I remember after August, I knew that there was going to come a time when he would just perform like this again the way he did at the end of last season, but how frustrating August was and how amazing is September right now, and I just hope October will be even better than that. Honestly, I'm just rambling now. I could keep on talking. I'm so happy. This was such a good performance. What a way to get into this international break. The 3 away games. Oh, I'm so excited right now. Again, just talking too much. Anna, come on. Anyways, Please let me know what your thoughts were about this game in the comments down below. I would really like to hear from you guys, and congrats to those once again who got the scoreline right. It was absolutely amazing. So let's wrap up this video now. If you enjoyed it, then please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're new around here and you would like to see more Spurs related content from me. Check out my social media handles in the description box down below. Hopefully I will see you in the future, and come on you Spurs.